right. So thank you everyone for joining us today. We're excited to have you here for ChildStrive's Together for Families virtual conversation and benefit. Your support helps us continue our mission of providing programs and assistance for young families. In this session, we're going to be watching a preview video of a new conversation series that we're launching, featuring conversations between ChildStrive's Director of Early Supports for Infants and Toddlers, Jackie O, and our families, community partners, and staff. These will be shared monthly as a series that digs deeply into the human experience at ChildStrive and explores the breadth of experience, relationship, and support in our community. And following the short video, we want to invite you into a conversation around this project. What stories would you like to see shared? Which part of the work should we explore? Anything this project brings to mind. So Laura, I believe, is going to share the video here shortly.
What's our long-term vision for this project?
Yeah, the ultimate dream would be to have a fully functional autism center at ChildStrive, where we not only offer those evaluations, but also have peer and parent support groups, a place where we can continue to provide education around autism so that we can continue to identify concerns for autism early. That way, ultimately, these families will have access to services or supports to be able to have the best outcomes for our children and families.
13 years ago, we went down for Christmas to Seattle and started passing out blankets. And it was my kids and my mom. And ever since then, we've been going out every year. My kids would ask, are we going back? And yes, we'd wake up, we'd eat, we'd gather everything, and we'd go down to Seattle. And when people started noticing and my son started telling people what we were doing, they would donate more.
It all started with this one wish of just going out there to do good. That's something different during the holiday season to make a difference, right?
Yeah. There's always a need bigger than what we think.
Right.
Always.
But did you ever, both of you, ever imagine how the doors that would open? I have a mom that calls me pretty regularly every day. And even on the weekends, she sends me pictures of her kids at the park, dinners, meals. She went from living on the streets to go into a shelter to now having her own apartment, right? And being a part of that journey.
And you are part of that journey.
It's the best part of my job. Like I can't picture myself doing anything else with my life.
I was in Washington State Penitentiary for Women, and I was bringing drugs into the facility and got sent to Yakima for overflow for disciplinary action. Mm-hmm. And that's when I found out that my brother died in December of 2018. And no, I did not ever see, I used to say I was going to do this forever. I loved it. I was in this, I don't know, looking back, I don't know what I loved about it. I spent 11 years of my life in prison.
For me, it's about creating a space for people to really do the teamwork in the way that they want to do it. It's helping people kind of find their place and lead from their own strengths. And lead kind of from that authentic place. That's really an important value for me. I do know that here it's very, I know what's going on with her in class. I know what she's doing almost the whole time, I know when she's having lunch. I know when she's having snack time. They always give us updates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'll talk to us, oh, this happened today or something. They reach out a lot to see if you're okay too. Oh, which is really nice.
So wow, that really highlighted a variety of our partners and programs. It's great to share what we at ChildStrive do in the community and to connect with one of our families. I want to take this time to see if anyone has questions about the video series, ChildStrive, or the services that we provide. Feel free to unmute yourselves and ask any questions. And then if you type it in the chat, then I will open that up and I'll see if I can read that too. And if you want to see everyone in the meeting, it also says in the chat, click on the view button in your top right-hand corner and click gallery view. And then you can see the person currently speaking by clicking speaker. Questions and thoughts about the video?
So the long-term plan of the series, can everyone hear me? Is to really show the depth and the breadth of the services that ChildStrive provides to our community, and really explore deeply the different experiences of working with ChildStrive and being in community with ChildStrive. So we really need to hear from you, our community, what kinds of stories you want to hear, what kind of stories you're hoping we will tell, and then also anything that you have experienced being in community with ChildStrive. If there's something that needs to be reflected differently, or something that you have experienced that you want to share, we're just looking to really explore the true humanity of being in community with each other, which is difficult in a video series because obviously it's not as participatory as a conversation. So we're hoping to have a conversation around that experience and what parts of the experience have you are hoping to see brought to the surface, rather than the just the typical list of services. We don't want to provide just the list of services or places you can connect with ChildStrive, but we want to engage in a conversation around how ChildStrive exists within the community and the experiences of the people we work with.
I think that this is going to be a really good series because oftentimes you don't know something like ChildStrive exists until you require services that we offer. And so I think that this may help people see, you know, what we do, and maybe be able to tell friends about what we do and that kind of thing. I oftentimes think about how people, you know, you don't know that there are places that offer speech language pathology services to 2-year-olds until your 2-year-old needs it. And then you have to start to look for who offers that to me, you know, and so it's those kinds of things that I'm hoping that this series can get out there and in a fun way for people to observe.
Thank you, Leanne. Also very good observation. Anyone else have any comments or questions about what they'd like to see? Mina, looks like your hand is raised.
Hi, Mina or Belinda. Hi. Mama, sorry. No, I think it's beautiful. 3 out of 4 of my kids have all gone through ChildStrive, and my youngest is about to graduate in June. So it's bittersweet because we've had the best support, the best of help since my firstborn was just over a year old. So I think bringing out a lot of success stories is huge. It's a real big, what's the word? It really draws people in when people hear about success stories. Like I could go for hours about mine, but yeah, no. So I think it's just beautiful. I just thank you. I wanted to share.
Thank you. Thank you for that. It's nice to hear from families that we've worked with and helped, and really appreciate hearing how well you've received the services and what you've gotten, and the help that you've gotten with your family too. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no, thank you. It's been really huge, and I think after the pandemic hit, you guys, ChildStrive was even surprisingly a lot more huge help, more than I expected. I mean, we had somebody who offered to bring us diapers and groceries every week. I was like, what is this? I mean, it's so grateful. I'm so grateful, but what? And that's just, the tip of the iceberg. So, yeah.
Thank you.
And we love that background noise too. We're all about
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Anna is the one that's still with ChildStrive, and she has definitely found her voice over the past few months, especially. She'll be 3 in June, but she just is like her mother and doesn't stop talking. So that's on me.
That's not a bad thing.
Thank you.
You want to hear what she says and how she feels. So that's fantastic.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. And even though she can't speak very clearly, you know that she's saying something super important. Like, oh, really? You're angry with me? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a big deal for her.
Yes. Well, she feels heard now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to share or things that they would like to see in the video series?
Or even things you wish you knew about ChildStrive. If you're a parent before you engaged with ChildStrive, if you're just a community member that you wish you knew about the work that we do, the things that we talk about. There's a lot of different kinds of programs at ChildStrive, and sometimes it's hard to know everything that we do. And so if there are questions or curiosities around even how we do what we do and that kind of thing, anything you wish you've known about ChildStrive or the work that ChildStrive does, or the families that ChildStrive serves, any kind of curiosities or places you wish there was more information.
And if you're feeling a little bit shy and would rather just type in the chat, you can certainly do that as well. I almost feel like I should have some background music on for folks.
Rebecca, if somebody has a topic that comes to them later, would they email us at info@? What would be they contact us through the website? What would be something for them to do?
Any of those would be great. They can email us at connect@childstrive.org. The website contact form also goes directly there. Email any of the contacts from the event links, anything like that. We're always happy to take questions, recommendations. We love to hear stories. So if you have a story you want to tell us, please do. And we try to be easy to get a hold of. So there's lots of contact information on our website. And any of the emails you get from us, which you are all here, so I'm assuming you got an email from us at some point, you can reply to, and that'll come straight to us as well. So you don't have to go searching anywhere for that information. And I see that Dennis has asked what geographic area we cover. So ChildStrive serves all families in Snohomish County, in North King County, and on Vashon Island. So we don't serve the entirety of King County, but we do serve the northern piece and Vashon Island.
That's a good question. Thank you, Dennis. Oh, I see Belinda has a kiddo there on the screen. Thank you for sharing. It's part of the lovely work we do to be able to see.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. This is Daniel. He's 4 now, but when he graduated from ChildStrive, you guys were able to help him get into AECC, the Alderwood Early Childhood Center, and he loves it there. Oh, he's thriving. He's able to verbalize more and do a lot more. So yeah.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
So any other questions about what we do here at ChildStrive, or other things that you didn't know that you wish you knew? Any questions about the particular programs that we have? Just waiting to see if something's coming through on chat.
I have one question. Will going forward, is it going to remain virtual for the most part, or is it up to decide what the comfort of the family, or what ChildStrive, what you guys do within your work as far as COVID?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Fortunately, the protocols that we have put in place for safety of the providers as well as for the families have been very effective. And so everyone has stayed safe. And what we are doing currently is offering virtual visits for clients that and families that do want them. If the family's a little bit hesitant about that, then we will work with the families to offer virtual visits if we can. And if they're wanting in-person visits, really just working with the provider to make sure all of the protective factors are in place. You know, we do some pre-screenings ahead of time to make sure that everyone's healthy and don't have any symptoms. Everyone wears a mask, there's social distancing, those kinds of things. So it really is kind of individual and up to what the family's needs are and how we respond to that. But we are moving towards a lot more in-person visits for the most part.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Great question.
Thank you.
So I will just say that we hope you will stay connected and watch all of the conversation video series as they're released each month. They're on the website, is that right, Rebecca? It will be?
Yes, they will be released on the website, and then we'll notify through email and social media as well when they come out.
So many, many different ways to find the videos. So I guess it looks like if there aren't any other questions, maybe we can now just say that we're really grateful that you allowed us to share more about our work at ChildStrive with you today. And today's virtual conversation is a benefit in support of ChildStrive and the work that we do in the community to make a difference in the lives of young families. So to help us continue our important work, we ask that you consider making a gift.